the moment. As long as he's out front, he'll be pushing. They spread wide across the road. That's good news for Moser. Will it allow him to increase his advantage? And these are the little leg softeners that come before the finish. The Polish team have strength in numbers. They've been ever present on the front throughout the day. Domagalski doing great work as Peterski managed to make it into this selection. They've got at least 3 riders up there, and they know that they need to use those numbers to try and chase this one down. 15 seconds.
Well, it did need other teams to come up to the front because, unfortunately for Belgium and France and Spain, they were depleted in numbers and they weren't bringing Moser back. And it has been the input from some fresher riders, some of the riders like Benut, and now the Polish riders coming towards the front. So with that, it means that with a tenuous lead of only 13 seconds, just going into 2 kilometres to go. I'm not too sure the effort now being put in by Moser. I don't think it's happening for him today now.
Just trying to pick it out whether it's Golas or whether it's actually Białkowski that's sitting in second position there. But Poland have numbers and they have got legs and they've got strength. They're starting to peel off the front now as they realize that the end is in sight. The end is in sight too for Moreno Moser. He's got 10-second advantage as we hit the foot of the finishing climb. The bunch just behind will also start to feel the gradient grip, and now Moreno Moser looks around, and he won't look around again because he's going to just suffer as much as he can, try and retain as much cadence as he can, and try and keep it in as big a gear as he possibly can. 1800 meters at 8%. Well, he knows all about it. There's no one in this bike race that doesn't know this hill intimately. This is their 17th and final ascent in the European Road Race Championships, and we're into the closing stages as we see the salvos coming off the front. Looks like Frank has tried a late attack. Matthias Frank, who was in that attack a little while ago. Matthias Frank has just fired a little bit before the big guns. They're all massing around the right and left of the group. Spain go to the front now. Could it be Rubio?
This is Villela trying to come across for Italy now. He realises that Moreno's suffering out there, so David Villela trying to come across to not only his countryman but also his teammates at Cannondale.
Davide Vieira replaces his fellow countryman Moreno Moser. Brave bid by Moser not to be, although he is still sitting in second place. I tell you what, Vieira has a little bit of a lead. Will he be able to hang on?
Doesn't look it, because the Vuelta stage winner David de la Cruz is right there, and he's gone Danny Moreno for company on his wheel. So it does look as if Spain are riding for Danny Moreno. Then you've got R.COSTA, P.SAGAN, so into the last kilometre now. Sagan
sitting 4th in line, and they're just watching and watching and watching. The gradient will start to ease ever so slightly, but still it's pretty grippy, and they're spread wide across the road as Dan Martin moves up as well on the right-hand side, and to his left, the riders and the top riders from the European Road Race Championships can see glory in front. They can see Davide Vieira in front. Nobody wants to fire first. There's still a long way to go, and Vieira hanging on to a handy lead.
Yeah, and you just see coming up as well, you've got Gianni Meersman for Belgium. But they have to close this down a little bit. This is, David Vieira's hanging in there, and he's very capable of going the whole way if they don't start a reaction, and the reaction now coming from Belgium.
Well, what about that from Ben Hermans? He looked out on his feet a little while ago. He's done an immense amount of chasing, and he's trying to make sure that Philippe Gilbert stays in decent position. So too Gianni Meersman, who starts to light it up on the front for Team Belgium, and also they're in good shape. It's VAKOC. VAKOC. This is a finish made for him. Meersman will be the first to make it across to Vieira. Brave effort, but not to be. Look at P.SAGAN sitting 6th or 7th in line. R.COSTA is there or thereabouts as well. And going for the line, Gianni Meersman from Belgium has for Spain, going for it is Danny Moreno. Danny Moreno, can he roll back the years? Sitting on his wheel is P.SAGAN. P.SAGAN is sitting second. Is that for France? Has to be Alaphilippe. Alaphilippe is third in line, and here comes going on the opposite side of the road for glory, P.SAGAN. P.SAGAN, no one's going to stop him. All too easy in the end up. P.SAGAN can hardly believe it. It all came back to him absolutely perfectly. And look at the strength that he has. He had strength to spare there. He just went to the other side of the road, had several bike lengths advantage, and P.SAGAN had time to just savor that moment, because he is not just the world road race champion, but now the European road race champion.
We've just seen it lighting up now, and he just followed D.MORENO at this moment from Spain. Alaphilippe was there, R.COSTA, P.VAKOC. They swept past the Belgian rider. S.DUMOULIN also in the mix coming up in the right-hand side. But at this stage, the favourite had to be P.SAGAN, and he just looks between his legs. He sees some bike wheels, accelerates. No one else can react to that. He looks around, nice and easy. Alaphilippe close between himself and D.MORENO for the silver and bronze, but that looked just so easy for P.SAGAN there. So easy.
Well, he played the waiting game to absolute perfection, but he had strength to burn in the finale, and